We are live. This is week 3 of game number 5 between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. We are in Foxborough, New England. So let us go and see after the game.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gautin. Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. It always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one more kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Ready to go now. Steven Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
The thing I like most about Derek Carr's game is not just the right arm and his touch, his ability to find receivers. I think it's his calmness, and I think that transmits itself very well to the rest of the team. They feed off of that, and they go out and play with confidence.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. What if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
I love the versatility of Marcus Cannon. He could play guard, he could play tackle. I think his footwork has really improved during his time in the NFL. He has one of the better backstories that you're going to get. This is a guy who was diagnosed with cancer, has beaten that, and now is one of the better players in the NFL.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Quickly down the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. It's complete. James Lane. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And down up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off. They will rally to the football and make the play.
The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. They're just shouting him off there. They call that a 49-yard punt, and now just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, actually, no, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is right shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's A.J. Cole now. Pass he'll punt it away for the second time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way, just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All right, Brad, I know we're early going here, but those kind of runs, they open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. This will complete to Mohamed Sanu. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window to fire a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run for the first time with Sonny Michel. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down doesn't put this offense in a precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball in there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a pass man, that's out of it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And he's made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver, was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they got it 2nd and 7. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Now Brady. There's a brought in by Sanu. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 21.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know, one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Here we go.
Brady now on first down. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on, and you've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Brady. And this is good. Touchdown, Patriots. So, they're going to make the grab. As these guys are first on the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. The defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's what's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting up third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense fighting its legs now. There's another 1st and 10. Looking for the gun, it's Carr. He's got it to Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Got his man, it's Williams. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carnell on first down, finding Williams once more, complete. But he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receivers play because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to go about 3 yards closer. He's down about the 2.
That's one reason you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and double ladders offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 down, 2nd and goal. To throw his Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been talking to quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They sought the double coverage on it, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. They're running with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're on time at 7 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Waiting now on first down. He's got a man complete. He's drilling over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis in his first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they get good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback at just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to kick him out and deliver.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Elder. The right hand, touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 38 yards, and the Patriots have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. The point after try for Gostkowski. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know what else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. On first down, Carr. And the front left sideline here is caught, but they're really incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback, and maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Get a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Carter. That's complete to Richard, the running back. That'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, to let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a 1st down carry, it's Michelle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and now make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And then we tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They've been 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This will be fielded at the 6. Well, a good return, so he stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They start the second half with Michelle on the ground. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 31, Brady. That's caught by his tight end, that Lacoste. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's it.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Brady gives him a shell. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
And they would say one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Raiders called on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From midfield, there's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. That is man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball, but that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The Patriots send out their punter. They'll put it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they'll find the row here. Yeah, it's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away or being right back there.
Now, my question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think there's one that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it in every position, and we just saw there some linebackers can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Carr. It's a screen to Richard. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Yeah. Minor league ball.
You did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
It's whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Here's A.J. Coldell as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This crew had a punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. That's out to his running back, Michelle. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything the defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run right. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet, and in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Carr gonna throw. Nowhere to escape it. He goes down. Dante Hightower credited him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, Jacobs. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third and long. And, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. But it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this one.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go with things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life and what's got a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. In on the stoppage to hear Whitehead.
They're trying to quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action, now it's Brady. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got some. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or whether they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Michelle, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders 17. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game. From the gun, it's Brady. He hits right. Good play. But he's got first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down. It's up to 1st and goal.
Can't just sit on it here. Could they have to throw the ball on 3rd down? Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They got to get right.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get your reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touch. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Michelle. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, and that won't beat us.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now, down by 10, a minute 37 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Falling down is Carr. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, no, what's the goal? It's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will set up shot midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though? Huh? How about those defensive guys?
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one deal, and then handshakes. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end the game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this will line up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Right. Patriots are winners 17-7. Down the string. And I'm done. be back with another one really soon. I just have to set it up. So I'll see you in a few minutes.